Hi, welcome to Sam Loves Books. My name is Sam. This is my very first YouTube video, so please be gentle with me. I don't know what I'm doing, so please be nice. Or don't. That's fine too. You know, whatever. I'm gonna do the BookTube newbie tag. I have the questions printed out, if you can hear that. Also, I have two cats, so if you see some movement around the background, that would be why. You'll probably see them at some point, and I'll introduce you if they make it into frame, okay? Which I won't really know because I can't see myself right now. I don't know if that's the right way to film or not. Okay, anyways, let's get started. Why did I start this channel? That's the first question. Why did I start this channel? I don't know. I'm terrified. This is scary. But why did I start it for real? Just somewhere to talk to other people about books, honestly. BookTube is all I watch. It's the most media that I watch is YouTube right now. YouTube is my main form of media. I watch mostly YouTube and right now mostly BookTube. I've been watching BookTube for a couple years now. I just got really back into reading in the last few years, so I'm just kind of obsessed and I need people to talk to about books. I just need to yap about books with people. And I also just wanted like an outlet, something to do, something creative, something not work related, something fun. You know, I don't know. I don't know what this channel is going to become. The goal is to just talk about books and probably parts of my life, I guess. There's some fun and unique things that I can bring to BookTube. My winning personality, that's what I'm gonna bring. I don't know, I mean, everyone's unique, so I'm gonna bring myself. I'm unique, that's what I'm gonna bring, is myself. You've never met me before, so that's the uniqueness that I'm gonna bring, is just me, being me. And probably not very edited, because I don't understand editing at all, so sorry ahead of time for that. What are you most excited about for this new channel? I'm excited to talk about books. I'm excited to review books. I'm excited to meet people, a part of the bookish community. There's a lot of booktubers that I follow on here that I just really love. And honestly, if I could just be friends with them, that would be really fun for me. And yeah, I'm just excited to have an outlet somewhere to put some energy into about books, something that I love deeply. Why do I love reading? Escapism. I just love reading about different things, other people. I read a wide variety of books, which I think is a question later about what kind of books I read. But I just love reading because it makes me happy. It makes me so calm and relaxed, and I love that it can just take you somewhere else for a while, and you get to use your imagination. You know, with movies, they're telling you what these people are like, and with the book, you really get to kind of make the characters based on what you're reading, and I just love that. I've always loved reading. I have read since I was little, but just really have gotten into it a lot more lately. Please don't hit the tripod. Oh my god. Okay. All right, now they're both here. They're both on the other side of the camera, so something bad is about to happen. What book or series got you into reading? Now, if we want to go way, way, way back from when I was a kid, you know, I liked Dr. Seuss. I liked The Foot Book. I liked Eloise. I actually still have that book. I have my Eloise book behind me in my bookshelf. So I loved those books. And the first book I like really, really remember reading and just like reading more than once was Matilda. I loved that book, like the old school Matilda book. I just remember I had that. It was like probably one of my first chapter books, and I just loved that book. And I read a lot of like Ramona and Beezus. This is really showing my age. A lot of Ramona, and then Matilda, and then I would just read like sporadically random books throughout my life. Like I would read a few books a year. I wasn't like avid where I was just like reading all the time. No. Oh God, please get away from the camera. Okay, if you want to come on, you have to come down here. Okay. And then of course Twilight. I did read Twilight, and I read The Hunger Games, and I love both of those a lot. So those obviously really made a huge impact. And then I think what started me like really getting hard into the reading was that big Colleen Hoover phase that happened. I just like binged 3 books in 3 days. I was going through it. I was in a very tough time in my life, and I just remembered, oh wait, I really like reading, and reading makes me feel good. So I just went really hard on the Colleen Hoover. I don't read Colleen Hoover anymore, I'm sorry, but my tastes have changed a little bit from there. But I really started reading a ton about 3 years ago, and yeah. And then, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? How do you do this? Help me. What? Help. That's what that's what I would say. Help me, please. What challenges are going to be the hardest to overcome? Editing, filming, all of the things. I'm really not techie in that way, but I'm really gonna try. I'm gonna really try my hardest. Like, I think this is gonna be super fun for me, a good outlet. I know I've said that, but I think the editing and the filming, because I do struggle a lot with depression, so getting up to film and get ready is gonna be a little challenging, but it's something that I hope I can really look forward to. I'm wanting to hopefully do vlog type stuff eventually, so I'm mostly nervous about the editing. The editing is scary. My nose. Pause. Okay, when did I start reading? I already talked about this. I'm sorry. I didn't read these questions ahead of time. I should have done that. I've been reading since I was little. Accelerated Reader, does anyone remember that? Back in grade school, junior high. So during Accelerated Reader, you had to read books and then take a test on them, and each book was worth an amount of points, and you had to get a certain amount of points each year. And I think you had to get like 26 points. I don't know, I could be wrong. But I kind of decided to read bigger books because they were worth more points. And I started reading Mary Higgins Clark books in grade school, junior high, and I was obsessed with Mary Higgins Clark. Totally forgot about that. I loved those books. So I've just been reading forever. Just since I learned how to read, I've been reading. But as far as like really reading, where I'm reading like 80 books a year, that's been just the past 3 years. Where do I read? Right behind you. You'll see it eventually on my couch. I have a really cozy couch. I spend a lot of time on my couch. I love my couch. I have a heated blanket, pillows, you know, ambient lighting. My TV's in here. Where else would you want to be? I love reading on my couch. But when the weather is nice, which it's not now, I live in the Midwest, so it's freezing, snowing, freezing cold. I have a very small porch, but I bought this huge reading chair, outdoor reading chair, and I go out there every day. When the weather's nice, I'm out there every single day reading a book outside, and that is peak. I also will read at this local cafe sometimes. That was one of my cats. I go to this local cafe on the weekend sometimes, and we'll bring a book there and read, and so I do that too, but mostly in my house. And what kind of books do I like to read? Okay, so here's where there is no type. I read everything. I read books about girls who are in love with planes. Sky Daddy, if you haven't read that, crazy. I read romance. I read smutty hockey romance. Heated Revelry, if you know, you know. I read historical fiction, Kristen Hanna stuff. I read some sci-fi. I read horror. I read contemporary literature. I started reading classics. I want to get into fantasy. I like the fantasy girlies, look like they're just having a blast, and I just really want to get into that. And I tried to read A Court of Thorn and Roses, and that did not go well for me, so I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep trying. Oh, my cat knocked over something. I'm sorry. But I read every genre. No genre is off the table for me, honestly, which you'll find that out once I start showing my books that I've read that month or books that I'm planning on reading. You'll kind of see but that nothing's off the table for me. I'm interested in everything, very eclectic when it comes to my reading, as well as music. I think that's just how I am. I like to dip my toe. How do you know what you like if you don't try it all? You know, that's what I'm saying. What does your book collection look like? It's thrown on this bookshelf behind me. It is, I read a lot on my Kindle. I have a Kindle, so I read a lot of books on my Kindle, and so there's a lot of books that I've read that I don't have on there, and there's a lot of books that I have on there that I haven't read. So that's also going to be a goal of this year, is to read the books that I've purchased, because duh, that's why you buy them. But that is actually the last question. Oh my god, I did it. I'm so proud of myself. If you have any questions for me, let me know. I'll answer it. I'll answer anything. I'm an open book. I can't wait to get started with this channel. I don't know what I'm going to do next. Probably like a recap of some sort, or just kind of go through what I've read so far this month. Let me know what kind of stuff you like to see, and I'll try to make that kind of content. But thank you for being here. Again, I'm Sam. This is Sam Loves Books. If you liked this video, please like it. Subscribe if you want to. I really appreciate you watching and being here. And I'll see you next time. Bye.